Welcome back on this Tuesday, February the 13th. Let's see what's going on. Mike was on to this yesterday, finishing up all the welding on the floor pan. He got it all butt welded in done. You remember last time he just had the plug welds done. He got it all ground down. Now he's got this piece that goes in there. He's just cleaning that up, and then that's got to go in. And then your seat riser sits on that. So he's got to get that put in place. You can see actually where it was right there. 1, 2, 3. You can see where she goes. So he's got to do that. And get that done. Also, we're working away on the frame here. So this is a 69 GMC Suburban with like a 74 to 8 heavy 3/4 ton rear axle with disc brake conversion kit on it, with all CPP tubular control arms, sway bar, coils, front end is CPP again. And putting that together, slowly coming together. So I want to get this beast here, but by Friday at the latest, roller here, rolling. All right. So we're working on that. Working on that there. There's all the bearings and all the goodies they give you, and all the adjustable sleeves for the tie rods, and the tie rods are there. So that's that there. Bunch of leftover parts and pieces there. So working on those two there so far this week, and we got some new jobs coming in this week. Got some more jobs coming in, so we got to move a couple cars out and get a couple new ones in. Show you what else is happening. Actually, I got a 74, I think, to 76 short box Chevy pickup that's hiked up 8 inches or something coming in here tomorrow. So. That's what's going on there. Oh, and I was busy painting these cross rails that go underneath the Suburban today. Got those all painted up. All right. What else was I playing with? Played a little bit with Kathy's truck. Didn't get too carried away with it, but I did get I got the alternator on there now. Had to convert the alternator that came with this engine. Was for a regulator box and all that, so I had to convert this to a 1-wire alternator. I know if you're watching, Kathy, you don't know what I'm saying or understand it probably, but anyway, we had to convert it to a 1-wire because that's what you do when you're putting new harnesses in. It's just easier. Ran a gas line up, you can see, so it's coming up in behind here for the carb. Got some transmission lines laying on the ground. Got some, I didn't fiddle with it long today. Just a couple of things. Got some tail lights on the back. There's your tail lights in the stock position. The stock tail lights. License plate bracket. You can see the other one over there. I don't know. It's better if I film it from the back, but I'm not going to push it back outside. But there they are. Tail lights are on there. I'm trying to figure out a rear bumper for her. I got some old bumpers around here, but not for this truck. She wanted to put a bumper on here. See if I can't figure something out there. But with that being said, I also need to have bumper brackets. So sometimes I think a new set of bumper brackets are like $100. I won't go there yet till I talk to her, but sometimes, you know, I could try and make something, but by the time I make something, she'll be into it for a couple hundred just for me to make brackets. So it might be easier just to buy a set of brackets, put them on, and then adapt whatever bumper I got to the brackets, if that makes sense. Yeah, so anyway, I did that little, just did a couple things there today. Nothing major on that. Yeah. So, and Sean's in here. We got a gas pump that came in, and what we're doing is when you paint something, some people might want to hang the gas pumps up because it's an old gas pump and you want to hang the sides up. And then the customer wants on the inside, he said, I don't care what the inside of the pump looks like. No one's going to see it when it's all bolted together and closed up, but he did want some color in there. So normally what we do with everything that is unseen anyway, we base it. We put base coat on it. So on the gas pumps, we could hang them up and paint them, but you always, anyone out there that does this for a living, you always know you get a better finish if they're laying down flat. So what we're doing with those right now is we're doing all the backside and the inners, just spraying them in base, call it a day. Then in a couple days here, probably not this week, probably very beginning of next week, I'm going to try and get those painted, and then we can lay them down flat, much like you're going to see now, and the paint job should turn out like this, right on. Right? But to each their own. Some people would hang them up and say you're wasting time, but you do your things your way and we do ours our way. Here we go. He's just about to get started here. So you can see, like, just kind of, sorry about that, push the button the wrong way. Just kind of lay them down flat, throw some base in there, just so it's got something. And then when we paint them, we'll have them flipped over laying down flat and you'll get a much better look. So that's all he's doing right there. Gentleman brought us some red paint. So these parts are the majority of them. These are two-tone red and white, but we're just going to do them red inside. And then the other two doors, the sides, they're white, 100% all white. So we're going to spray them with a white inside, and we'll do that tomorrow night. We'll throw a white base on there. But that's what he's doing right now. Just giving her a little bit of. Now, no, we don't paint in house. I know people think when you come here, you see that we paint here. This is the body shop. It's quite dusty. Stuff like this, small stuff, we'll paint the back sides and that, but I'm actually taking these to the booth. They got to be painted in the paint booth, because if I paint them here, they're going to have dust and crap in them, right? So it's better to go to the booth. But for the inners like we're doing now that nobody gives a shit about, why take them to the booth? Just do them here. So, he's going to town over there. Yeah, look at that man go. So Sean is the body man here, but he knows how to paint too. But Sean is not the actual guy that's painting the cars on the outside. George is. George you saw the other day filming. So that was George painting the Buick. He's the main painter, and Sean does all this kind of stuff. Firewalls, door jambs, the small stuff we do at home here, Sean takes care of. I hope the customer is happy with this. I hope he likes the fact that we're, I want to go that little extra mile for him and make sure everything's nicely done. We made sure too, the customer brought them in all in 400. We went over them all and sanded them in 600. It's just what we do. Anytime we're using base coat, clear coat, we finish in 600. Just our thing. Yeah, see, he's getting every little nook and cranny. That's just the way it goes. I'm going to have to get out of here soon. The smell's getting to me. Show you this, and I'm getting out. It's too stinky for me. There you go. Flashing off, you can already tell. Just base, not throwing no clear on there. There's no point. When we go to paint these parts, there might be some overspray clear that'll land on them sides, but probably not. That's that. Sean can do his thing. I'm out. Excuse me. Oh, the fenders for the Suburban. Clean those up today and getting those ready, and texture sprayed them all on the back side, all in the areas that you'll never get to when they're on the truck. So we take them off and do them. Yeah. So there you go. Little explanation of what we're doing there. Like I say, everybody has their own way of doing things. Whether you think what we're doing is right or wrong is up to you. But most people would agree, I think, that when you lay something down as a flat surface, you get a better paint job. That's just what happens. And, yeah. So, we'll let the customer decide when he picks up the pump whether he likes it or not. At the end of the day, always remember, it doesn't matter how one person does the job compared to you. As long as the job is done right and is satisfactory to everyone, then it's a thumbs up. We don't all do the same thing, you know? We just don't. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I think that's all I got to show you. There's my old girl in there. Had her fired up. Had her fired right up. That's why I had the door open here. Fired that son of a bitch up. I think I ran out of gas, so fucking car's always out of gas. Maybe that's because I only put 20 bucks in a time in it. 20 bucks doesn't even let it run for 10 minutes. God almighty. Should have let the flathead in it. Anyway. Hey, it's always good time at old time, and we will catch you next time.